Good morning, student. Today I am going to start new topic, that is spherical mirror, in which we study about concave mirror as well as convex mirror. So what is spherical mirror? It is that mirror whose reflecting surface is a part of hollow sphere of glass. See the diagram. This is hollow sphere of glass, and it is that mirror reflecting surface reflecting surface is a part of hollow sphere glass. One side of mirror is well polished and reflecting, and other side of the mirror is opaque, often painted red. So student, spherical mirror there will be two types, concave mirror and convex mirror. And first one is what? Concave mirror. So what is concave mirror? So concave mirror is that spherical mirror in which reflecting surface towards the center of hollow sphere of glass, of which the mirror is a part. In case of convex mirror is that spherical mirror in which reflecting surface is away from the center of hollow sphere of a glass, of which the mirror is a part. Now student, I am going to explain, that is what is center of curvature, radius of curvature and pole of a spherical mirror. So first one is that what is pole of a spherical mirror. This is what? Pole. It is also that is what? Pole. So what is pole of a spherical mirror? Pole of a spherical mirror, that is what? See the diagram carefully. This is the part. This is the concave mirror and this is what? Convex mirror. In concave mirror, reflection is taken from the inner portion, whereas in convex mirror, reflection is taken from the outward portion. And student, the best example of convex mirror and concave mirror is that, see the spoon, the shining inner surface of stainless spoon, this serve as a what? Concave mirror. See carefully, the inner shining portion of a steel spoon, this inner surface which is shining, this acts as a what? Concave mirror. And the outer shining surface of a steel spoon, this acts as a what? Convex mirror. So inner shining surface acts as what? Concave mirror. Outer shining surface of the stainless spoon, which acts as what? Convex mirror. So in case of reflection, for a concave mirror, reflection is taken from inner surface, and in case of a convex mirror, reflection is taken from the outer surface. Now student, what is pole of a spherical mirror? So this is the what? Center portion of a spherical mirror. Center portion of spherical mirror is known as pole of a spherical mirror. Known as pole of spherical mirror. So simple. center point or midpoint of spherical mirror or center portion of a spherical mirror, for in case of concave mirror as well as in case of what, convex mirror, which is known as pole of a spherical mirror. Now student, what is center of curvature for concave mirror as well as what, convex mirror? So center of curvature of a concave mirror or convex mirror is the center of hollow sphere of glass of which the mirror is a part. Once again, center of curvature C of a spherical mirror, whether it is a concave mirror or convex mirror, center of curvature of a spherical mirror is the center of hollow sphere of a glass of which the spherical mirror is a part. Next one is what? R. This is R for both cases. R is the radius of curvature. So what is radius of curvature of spherical mirror? Means concave mirror as well as convex mirror. Listen carefully. So radius of curvature, this is R. Radius of curvature of spherical mirror is the radius of hollow sphere of glass of which the spherical mirror is a part. And student, distance between center of curvature and pole of a spherical mirror is known as radius of curvature. So distance between what? P and C. C is the center of curvature, P is the pole of spherical mirror. So distance between center of curvature and pole of spherical mirror is known as what? Radius of curvature for both spherical mirror. Next one is what? Principal axis. Student, listen carefully. See, this is point, that is center of curvature. This is the pole of mirror for concave mirror as well as what? Convex mirror. A straight line passing from center of curvature to the pole of spherical mirror. A straight line passing from center of curvature to pole of spherical mirror produced in both directions. This is known as what? Principal axis. So in general we can say that a straight line joining the center of curvature and pole of spherical mirror is known as principal axis of a spherical mirror, whether it is a concave mirror, whether it is a convex mirror. Next one, student, what is aperture of spherical mirror? Aperture of spherical mirror. Aperture of spherical mirror. Aperture of spherical mirror. We can say that aperture of spherical mirror is the diameter of reflecting surface of spherical mirror, and here M dash, that is what? M dash is the aperture of spherical mirror. Spherical mirror. So once again, this is center of curvature. Distance between pole and center of curvature, that is known as what? Radius of curvature. And center portion of the spherical mirror, that is what? Pole of a mirror. And diameter of the reflecting surface of a spherical mirror, that is known as aperture of a spherical mirror. and straight line passing from center of curvature to pole of spherical mirror which produce in both direction, which is also known as what? Principal axis. Next one is student. Now I am going to explain, that is principal focus of a convex mirror as well as concave mirror. So principal focus and focal length. Principal focus and focal length of a spherical mirror. Focal length of spherical mirror. So this is the concave mirror. Reflection is taken, that is what? Inward portion. Concave mirror. Concave mirror. This is the pole of spherical mirror, and this is the center of square, and this is known as what? Principal axis. This is known as what? C to P. A straight line joining from center of curvature to pole of spherical mirror is known as what? Principal axis. So we have to find principal focus. So student, from the diagram I will explain to you that if a ray of light, this is principal axis. If a ray of light parallel to the principal axis, ray of light incident, if a ray of light parallel to the principal axis, after reflection it passes from certain point on the principal axis. So this is the incident ray. This is what? Incident ray. This incident ray, that is what? Parallel to the principal axis. This is what? Principal axis. So if the ray of light parallel to the principal axis, after reflection it passes from a certain point on the principal axis. Another ray of light which is also parallel to the what? Principal axis. After reflection it passes through a certain point on the principal axis. When ray of light parallel to the principal axis, after reflection these two ray of light actually intersecting at any point on the principal axis, this point is known as what? Principal focus of a concave mirror. Already I have explained to you that what is real image. When two ray of light after reflection, actually intersect at any point, then real image is formed. So here, when a ray of light parallel to the principal axis, after reflection these two ray of light actually intersecting at any point on the principal axis, this point where these two reflected light are intersecting each other, this point is known as principal focus. So this is known as principal focus. This capital F, that is what? This is known as principal focus. Principal focus. And what is focal length? Focal length means what? Distance between principal focus and pole of spherical mirror. So this distance, that is known as what? Focal length. So distance between focal length distance between principal focus capital F and pole of a concave mirror, that is what? FP distance, which is what? Distance between principal focus F and pole of a concave mirror, that is FP equal to known as focal length of concave mirror. So this distance between pole and focus principal known as what? Focal length. And student, in concave mirror, focal length is what? Left side of the mirror, and it is taken to be negative. I will explain this why we have taken negative. So in next lecture I will explain to you that. But it must be remembered that focal length of concave mirror, that is what? Negative. So what is focal length? If ray applied parallel to the principal axis, after reflection, these ray applied actually intersecting at any point on the principal axis, then this point is known as what? Principal focus of a concave mirror, and distance between the focal length and pole of a spherical mirror, that is known as focal length of a concave mirror. And focal length, which is left side of the spherical concave mirror, it is taken to be what? Negative. Next, that is in case of convex mirror. For convex mirror, already you know that in case of a spoon, reflection is taking place, that is what? From outer portion, away from the center of sphere. So this is what? This is convex mirror. And student, same process. The midpoint of spherical mirror, that is known as what? Pole. And this is what? Center of curvature of convex mirror. And student, same, if ray applied parallel to the principal, this is the what? This is principal axis, you know that. And ray applied parallel to the principal axis. See the diagram carefully. This is this incident ray, which is parallel to what? Principal axis. So but in this case, reflection is taking place, that is what? From the outer surface. So reflection of light takes place. So ray of light incident on the convex mirror, reflection of light takes place on outer surface, and same process is also taking place. Reflection of light takes place, that is what? From the outer surface. These two ray of light, after reflection, not actually meeting at any point, so no real image is formed. Now this reflecting ray, which is extended in the backward direction, this reflected light is extended in the backward direction, and student, it appears to meet, seems to be meeting, it appears to meet it appears to meet at this point, and this point is known as what? This point is known as principal focus of a what? Convex mirror. And here, if ray applied parallel to the principal axis of a convex mirror, after reflection, these two reflected rays are not actually intersecting, and these reflected rays are extended in the backward direction. These reflected ray appears to meet at a point F, and this point where two reflected light appears to meet these two reflected light are extended in the backward direction, and they appears to meet at any point on what? Principal axis. This point is known as what? Principal focus. Principal focus of convex mirror. And student, here virtual image is formed because after reflection these two rays are not actually intersecting. It appears to meet at any point on the principal axis. Then convex mirror, which is forms a virtual image which cannot be taken on the screen. So in general, in case of a concave mirror, if ray applied parallel to the principal axis after reflection, this reflected ray actually intersecting at any point on the principal axis, that point is known as principal focus of a concave mirror. And in case of a convex mirror, when a ray applied parallel to the principal axis after reflection, they appears to meet at any point on the principal axis, then this point is known as principal focus of a convex mirror, and it is right side of the mirror, and distance between focal length, this is what? Small f. So distance between what? Distance between pole P and focus point. Distance between pole and focus point is known as focal length. Distance between pole and focus point, this is known as focal length of convex mirror. And student, it is this point, this focus point, which is right side of the convex mirror, so it is taken to be what? Positive. And focal length, which is also right side of the convex mirror, so it is also taken to be positive.